Hello everyone, welcome to Australia I'll do migration webinar with our very own Global Vision Migration and our registered migration agent, 𝐤𝐿𝐴 Smart. How are you doing, 𝐤𝐿𝐴, today?
Very well, thank you. So excited, to give a lot of people, good news about the new recent updates and everything. So I'm so excited. As
Yep.
you all know, my name is 𝐤𝐿𝐴 Smart. I'm a registered migration agent. My migration agent registration number is 1802044, and I'm with Global Vision Migration. And below are our contact details, so you can actually contact us either at Melbourne office or even at Canberra office as well. And then Preksha, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi everybody, I'm Preksha. I work in Canberra office, so we are going to have a seminar related to all migration information like 186, 491, 190 Canberra matrix on the 10th of December in our Canberra office. So if anybody is interested and who are living in Canberra, please do come on 10th of December, and we're going to have a seminar from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So please do visit us there. And sort of we have quite a few updates about immigration, and many of them are curious to know. So what are the eligibility skilled visa holders like already in Australia? Like, what information do you have for them?
Okay, yeah. So as a lot of people, they do know that we have received so many recent updates about 485s, 491s, 489s, 494 visas, visitor visas. There's so many updates that we would like to discuss with all our viewers today. And and I would like our viewers to obviously, they can share this video with their friends and families. So we will be discussing all those updates in a very simple way so that everyone can understand. And during the and also, as Preksha said, we're going to do a live we're going to do a seminar, which will be face-to-face seminar in Canberra. And then we will also be discussing, we will also make that seminar go live as well. So a lot of people can attend. If you are not able to attend face-to-face, you can certainly attend using your mobile device or your computer, and you can certainly ask us live questions as well. So we will be entertaining all those questions. Predominantly, the seminar will be based on Canberra matrix points. As a lot of people do know that, the Canberra matrix is not an easy task to crack. So what we will be doing is we will be providing it simpler explanation to a lot of candidates who are either already in Canberra or some people who are interstate or in other countries or even overseas, or who are planning to relocate to Australia, and then they want Canberra to be their hometown, or to be their location, their prominent location in Australia. So we will be discussing about the Canberra matrix points, how you can accumulate those points, whether it is worthwhile moving to Canberra. And then we will also going to discuss about employer sponsored options. As you know that there has been a very high demand of people in hospitality sectors, in retail, and also in IT sector as well. So we will talk about how people can actually obtain employer-sponsored visas such as subclass 482s, subclass 186, employer nomination scheme, and 494s. So seminar predominantly will be based on these two important topics, and we will be posting our link to the seminar where you can actually register yourself. Most importantly, it's free of cost. So there is no cost to anyone to attend the seminar, and there will always be, there's going to be some refreshments provided to you guys as well. And you can certainly ask any questions during the seminar in regards to any migration perspective as well. So I'll be the one running the seminar for you guys, and I'll be present in Canberra on 10th as well as on 11th. So if you do have any doubts or any questions, make sure you do come down to 15 Moore Street level 5, and then we will be there to answer you all your questions. And obviously Preksha is there, and she's always she will be more than happy to help you out in the current circumstances as well.
Yeah, that's true. So we will be waiting for you guys. If you guys have any questions, 𝐤𝐿𝐴 is always here to answer you. And with this, we got our first comment. Okay. Hi, 𝐤𝐿𝐴. I have finished my study recently. May I eligible for the 485 visa changes? Is there any eligibility or any point in criteria required? Thank you.
Perfect. So in regards to the you have recently finished your study, and if you are eligible for 485 changes, is there any eligible or any pointing criteria required? Okay, so Sidhu, if you have recently completed your studies and you're planning to apply for 485, okay, a lot of people are currently confused, like whether they're going to get 3 years 485 and 2 years 485. So I want to quickly let people know as well, like this morning itself, we have received two 485 visa grants. One of them is actually for people, someone who studied masters in coursework, and they actually received 3 year 485 visa grant. And for another client, they actually studied certificate 3 in motor mechanic, and then they did applied under a graduate stream. So where people under who applied under graduate stream, they usually used to get only 18 months, but today they actually end up receiving 24 months based on the new requirements. Even though these requirements have not been, actually legislated, it's just a minister's, declaration. It's just a minister's information, just a media release. But we can starting to see, the good results coming out as well. So yes, Sidhu, if you've recently finished your studies, you probably be able to eligible for 3 years of your TR. And the best part is now the lot of people, who are planning to do job ready program, study commercial cookery or any trade course, they can do that trade course, and then they have enough time to actually apply for their job ready program as well. Because previously, when you only get 2 years TR, it's very short period. And the most important thing is, as we know, this is quite important for a lot of people that, as soon as you finish your studies, if you get the opportunity to work in your field, you work there and you gain those 3 years of work experience to be eligible for your employer nomination scheme, which requires 3 years of work experience after your studies to be eligible for direct PR. So this 3 year period is going to be very crucial for a lot of people. And certainly, so we want a lot of our students here in Australia to make the best out of it. Do not waste your time, get onto it from the day one. Make sure you know exactly where you are heading.
Speaking about 485, I just had another question. So, like, what about the visa holders who have been unable to travel to Australia? Will they be able to get a replacement visa? Like, what are you going to speak about that?
So people, if who were stuck overseas, say for example, and they applied for their 485 and then they stuck overseas, they were not able to come back to Australia, and then their 485 visa eventually expired either on 1st of Feb 2020 or after 1st of Feb 2020. So those people, they certainly will be they will be given opportunity to reapply for their 485 visa, either for the same duration, the original duration they received, or would be a different. But we are not 100% sure exactly, because the legislative requirements have not been changed yet. So unless we exactly see, whether those people will be able to apply for a new visa, whether is there any new visa subclass that will be introduced for them, whether they can apply for that visa while staying offshore, or they can only apply, so there's a lot of questions still that are currently unanswered, but certainly we will try to break them down and answer them as we go through this live session.
Okay, thank you so much, Saurabh. And also one more question. Okay, we have a next comment. Hi, sir. I am a master's in computer science graduate with 2 years of experience in India and currently working in a contract role in IT company. Please suggest me PR pathway in my case. Also, will I be able to do my skill assessment from ACS without doing professional year?
So Surya, you studied masters in computer science and you have 2 years of experience in India. Most importantly, it also depends upon your bachelor's qualification. If you studied bachelor's, say for example, software engineering, and then after that your 2 years of experience is also quite relevant to your nominated occupation. And then ACS require you to have at least 3 years of post-qualification experience. Then only you will be able to get skill assessment done, provided the experience and the qualification is relevant to your nominated occupation, and your qualification has major in ICT computing. And given in your circumstances, if you want to look for getting your skill assessment done with using your Australian qualification, the best course of action is either going the PY pathway, because not only just PY helps you get your skill assessment done, it also helps you get extra 5 points. And most importantly, Surya, not just doing a PY, make sure you do PY from a state where you're planning to relocate, such as if you do it from Canberra, Canberra will give you extra 5 points towards matrix score. So that is another advantage to you. And a lot of PY providers nowadays, they are actually offering a premium PY system where they actually will be able to offer you a guaranteed job. That PY would probably cost you approximately around 10,000 something, but we have our clients, who actually were able to secure a permanent employment. So with $10,000, you certainly be able to claim at least 10 points, 5 points for PY, and 5 points for 1 year of work experience, because they will be offering you paid employment for at least 1 year as a guaranteed option. So look into those options as well. We do have, our consultants normally they do assist you in those kind of scenarios as well. If you want to look into PY and stuff, don't just do PY just for the sake of it. Make sure if you do want to do it, want to invest something, do it something where you will be able to grab something out of it.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh. Next question is from Mahi. Hi, this is Mahesh. I have a doubt. Actually, I came to India on April 22nd. My 485 visa expired on 28th May 2021. Am I eligible to reapply 485 visa, and what is the visa processing time? Thank you.
Well, that's a very good question, Mahesh, because you only had a month, less than almost a month validity left on your visa, and you went back to India. In your circumstances, as we all are waiting for the department to actually publish the details, the actual legislative requirement for new 485 holders or people who stuck overseas. As a lot of our viewers already know, that last year itself, government actually introduced some concessions for 485 holders. That rather than waiting for you to finish, your studies in 12 months period, you can do that. Within 6 months, you need to apply for your PR in 6 months. You can do it in 12-month period, provided you were actually stuck overseas, etc. But in your circumstances, certainly, we would actually have to wait until the department actually publish their details. Okay, that these are the requirements and this is how we do it, etc. Once we do get more information, Mahesh, certainly you will be able to see us here as well. And maybe perhaps, we can, in order for all these people who are in the same boat as Mahesh, what we might also do is we can ask them to join our WhatsApp group for offshore 485 holders. And then, they all can get an answer straight away as well. So the number which is on, you can see up on the screen, which is 0430081804. Just send a message on WhatsApp on that number with your name and that you are offshore 485 people. And then what we will do is we will make a group for you guys so that every time we get an update, you will be the first one to get those information.
Just before taking Ramya's question, I would want to ask another question, Saurabh. What about the subclass 489, 491, and 494 visa holders? Will they have the current visas and expired visas extended, or will they get extra time to meet their PR requirements?
Certainly. So those people, 489 holders, 491 and 494 people. So as you all know, 489 people, they actually have to apply for 887 visa. And for people who certainly apply for 494s, they actually have the opportunity to go down pathway of 191, same as 491. So a lot of our clients actually received who were overseas and who were not able to return to Australia. They actually received 491 while they were waiting overseas. And their visa duration of 5 years actually started from the date of grant. And then that's what the department has done is now what they want is they will let them do it. They will let them come back to Australia and will provide them with extra time. So there's going to be some concessions in place for those people. And there is certainly, and those people, obviously, they can travel to Australia after 1st of December 2021 because they wouldn't require any travel exemptions except, people who are actually on a visitor visas at this point of time. So yes, there's going to be some people who are, if you are overseas and if you are on a 489, 491 and 494 holder, and if you think that, you wasted 2 years of your time and now you only have 3 years left, and certainly you will be provided extra time to be able to make those, to be able to be eligible for those requirements for your 191 or 887 visas down the track. So don't stress. There's going to be good news coming through as well for the next whole year. So pretty much I'm hoping that next year is going to be a very good year for a lot of immigrants.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. Let's get back to Ramya's comment that we missed. Yeah.
Ramya, I think Nadendra Pathuri.
Yeah. Hello. Also, I heard the new 485 replacement visa is only available to apply from July 2022. Is that true?
And I think her previous question was about, that she was stuck in India during 485 and lost 11 months of her
Yeah.
TR.
Oh, yeah. I was stuck in India
Yeah.
during my 485 visa and lost 11 months of my TR period. Am I eligible to this new replacement visa? And is that 2 years visa like before the same old rules?
So Ramya, as I said, this is it's a very tricky situation. Obviously, you lost your 11 months of TR. What the Australian government is trying to do is they obviously want to let international students know as well that regardless of whether it's a global pandemic or any situation like that, we're not going to let you go, and we will take care of you. We will provide you with new visa options, etc. That is why they have introduced, the Masters of Coursework can get up to 3 years of TR. So those kind of things, are in place right now. So that means that whatever time you have lost, certainly you can get those back as well. There will be some new legislative options coming out soon, where it will provide us with more information, such as how we can apply for that visa, what are the exactly requirements, and what kind of concessions are in place, and for how long would you be able to get that visa. So those are the things, that certainly everyone is actually waiting to, because at this point of time, we have only received a media release, which is just an information that was released to media. And once we do actually have concrete information, exactly like what are the requirements, when can you apply, all those kind of stuff, and certainly, you will be the first one to notify as well. As I said to all our viewers, do send a message to the number below on WhatsApp. So we will add you to a WhatsApp group for 485 holders. And in there, you guys can keep an up-to-date information as well, so that you know exactly which visa is available to you and when you can apply and how you can apply.
Thank you so much, Ramya. I hope you got your answer. Next question is from Nagendra. Hi, Saurabh. Will the new 485 visa rules applicable for students who got visa recently also? Like who got 485 last week with 2 years validity, but saw today few people are getting 3 years.
Nagendra, if we look into Australian migration law, there are no provisions of automatically extending visa validity or visa expiry period or visa duration. So certainly, if there are options available for people who recently got it or people who were stuck overseas, those people would actually have to apply for a new visa. They are not going to extend, automatically. There's going to be some provisions in place. That's exactly what we're going to discuss down the track as well. So certainly keep an eye out for all those information. I know it is quite, unfortunate for you to receive a 2-year visa, day before yesterday, and all your mates got 3 years, 2 days after.
Yeah.
So that is, you just kind of lost an year. And then some people, the best part is there are people who have been on their bridging visas since last 2 years. And now when they're going to get their visa, they probably would get a 3-year, like a 5-year visa completely, and as long as they don't waste those 5-year period, they use that very crucially to be able to make themselves eligible for PR. That's actually a very good opportunity for them.
Yeah, thanks, Saurabh. Next question is from Kota Ramanna Reddy. Hi, after getting 491 invitation from NSW-RDA, can we move to Metropolitan for work and live until...
Where is it?
Sorry, I just got... Yeah.
Oh, yes, this one.
Can we move to Metropolitan for work and live until we get our 491 grant? As my 491 bridging will not active because I am an active student visa.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good question, Kota, because a lot of people, they don't know the answer to this question, like exactly, because I got a 491 grant now. What should I do? Should I move to the state? Should I move to regional, start working in my nominated occupation, etc.? So there's a lot of things, when it comes to getting an invitation, whether you should relocate, etc. what I would recommend you is because you currently have you are not on a 491 visa. You're currently on a student visa. That means that you must adhere to your conditions of your current visa, which you must be studying on your course, and must be having your health insurance, those kind of requirements. So yes, you can go and work in Metropolitan as well, and you can study Metropolitan as well. But the once you get your 491 granted, that's the time, you would actually have to relocate yourself to regional. And you either, if you want to study, then you can only study with the regional university or a institution. Or if you are planning to work as well, make sure you do work only in the regional employer. And the employment location is very important when it comes to your eligibility down the track for 191 visa.
Yep, thank you so much, Saurabh. Oh, we have a big question from Sankarsh. Hi, Saurabh. I have finished my master's in MIT in Federation University, Brisbane. I came to India in March 2020 on Bridging Visa B. Since April 2020, I started working as an associate software engineer here in India. I'm planning for skill assessment now. I've got my 485 visa and planning to come back on the December 12th to Australia. So my question is, which state would be the best option for me to move in so that it will help my PR in applying for 190 and 491? I'm fine with any state as long as it helps.
Sankarsh, in regards to your question, what I would recommend you is, if you think you can get a job in Queensland, and you are an IT graduate as well. So currently Queensland requires for 190, they want you to have at least 6 months of work experience at 35 hours per week, get up to at least 80 points of your own, and have proficient English. So if you think you can get those kind of requirements, you will be able to satisfy those requirements in Queensland, then yes, you should go back to Queensland and then apply for 190 there. Or 491, they would require at least 3 months of work experience at 35 hours per week, and must have an ongoing job opportunity or a job offer, and then need to have at least 7 each, and employment must be in the regional postcodes of Queensland. And if you think you're going to meet those requirements, then yes, be my guest, go to Queensland. And if you think you will be able to secure a good IT job in Melbourne itself because you have gained some kind of experience, then yes, you should relocate to Melbourne, work in 7 target sectors, and then be eligible down the track for either 190 or 491 based on wherever you go. But if you are planning to go to, say, for example, New South Wales itself, they are currently looking into higher skill points for 190. And if you are planning to go for say, for example, wherever you go, if you don't have enough work experience overseas, you need to get a skill assessment. And for skill assessment, either you need to get work experience or you will need to get professional year program. So if you are fresh, you don't have much experience, you need to do PY, etc. And then obviously Canberra could be a good option for you. You can relocate, you can come down straight to Canberra, study for 1 year professional year program, and you don't actually have to work in your nominated occupation in order for you to be eligible for 491 at least, because they are currently offering 491 at minimum 65 to 70 points. And those points are they are very quick to get those points as well. It's not too much hassle to get those, get to 65, 70 points. So yes, so these are the options available to you, Sankarsh. There are plenty of options, and if you are not sure, certainly drop us a message, and we can certainly have a private chat and see exactly based on your scenario which state might suit you the best. Because it's a very good question. As the moment you arrive, that's where your 2 years of 485 will start as well. So make sure you do choose that option accordingly.
Yep, thanks, Saurabh. Okay, maybe it's a continuation. Can we expect any changes in 491 visa processing times? And is there a time limit to leave the metropolitan and move to a designation regional area after 491 visa grant for people currently in major cities?
So that's the thing, what happened is once you get your 491 visa granted, you have some visa conditions attached to it. Obviously, what the department normally says to people is that yes, you should relocate to regional area, as long as it's reasonably fit for you. You don't actually have to straight away pack your bags and move the very next day. If you think you can do it, yes, you should relocate as soon as possible. The quicker you relocate, the quicker there's going to be better opportunities for you down the track as well, when you do apply for 191. So yes, there are no certain time limit requirements. but you should be relocating to regional area as soon as possible.
Just before that, just before this question, I have another question. What
Mhm.
about who are existing subclass 482 visa holders in the short-term stream and legacy of subclass 457 holders who can no longer meet the age requirements? What do you want to tell them about it?
That's the I think that this question, it's going to answer Nazia's question as well in regards to the
Yeah.
update for 457.
Yeah.
So yes, so as a lot of people know, for 482 visas and 457s, they have multiple streams such as medium stream, short-term stream, and then there is a labor agreement option. So when it comes to short-term stream, those occupations can only, so they are like STSOL occupations, such as, say, for example, for everyone's knowledge, a cook. A cook occupation falls under STSOL. That means if you are a cook, you can only apply for a 2-year 482 visa under short-term stream. But if you are a chef, you can get up to 4-year 482 visa because it falls under MLT SSL list and it's a medium-term occupation. So for people currently who are on a 457 short-term stream, they can only apply for TR, these 482 visas in Australia twice, and then they would have to, leave the country to be eligible to apply for another 482. And what the department has done is they said that people, because 457 was abolished a few years ago, and those people who were on 457, they only had limited options to apply for PR because of their occupations, because of their age, because of their skill assessment requirements. So there were some grandfathering arrangements, but now the department, what they are trying to do is, in order, because they want to say, I think they want to acknowledge the effort and the contribution these 482 holders who are actually on the short-term list have done to Australia towards during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's why they're going to organize some kind of a permanent residency options. More inclined towards, I think they're going to open some kind of a regional employer sponsor options for those people, regional permanent residency options, where those people who had no option to apply for any permanent residency, they would have to leave the country. Now, those people will be able to apply for PR or any skill migration visas down the track as well. Though this is just the media release, Nazia, at this point of time, there is certainly going to be more information coming down the track as well. And as soon as we get to know exactly what are the new updates, etc., certainly, you will be the first one to know how you can actually get the best out of that this new visa subclass. As recently on 13th of November as well, Preksha, the department actually introduced a legislative instrument where visa holders, who were Section 48 bar, who had their visa refused, cancelled, who had their visa refused, or upon the last entering in Australia, they certainly can be able to apply for subclass 491, 190, and 494. So as we can see, there has been very recent updates in regards to this, and people are actually be able to apply for these kind of visas down the track as well.
Yes, true about that. Yeah, thanks, Nazia. I hope this answers your question. And if we have any latest updates, we will surely comment and reply to you. The next question is from Jananila Ram. I have lodged 4H5 from overseas in the month of April to 2021 and waiting for it. Will the visa come for 3 years or 2 years?
So you have lodged 485. Certainly, look, it also depends upon, what you have studied, Jan. So if you have studied masters in coursework, certainly the department are currently, people who have applied and haven't received those visas, they probably be able to get up to 3 years as well. So it all comes down to, what kind of qualifications you have done. As previously, people who studied masters in research, they always used to get 3 years of 485 visas. And now they have increased the duration from 2 to 3 for masters of coursework as well. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen to you as well. So let's hope that you do get the 3-year visa as well, and if you make sure once you do get it, to notify us as well.
You'll be lucky, Ram, if you get a 3-year visa.
Mm-hmm.
Just before this question, I want to ask another question. What about the skill? What about for the skill migration visas for the people working in health and hospitality sector?
Yes. So as a lot of people were actually asking this question that hospitality sector, health sector are the lifeline of Australia. As you can say, currently the hospitality sectors are struggling to get chefs, cooks, and front of house staff, etc. And because there is not many international people in Australia currently from working holiday visa or international student visas holders who can work in these sectors, etc. So now the department do understand that that how crucial this sector is and how important it is for the Australian economy. Then there are certainly going to be some kind of permanent, the visa options available for those people. Certainly, there's not going to be direct PR options. I'm thinking because they probably would be doing some kind of a provisional PR, such as 491 or 494 option, where people can certainly continue to work in the same field and contribute to the economy to the particular sector, and then they can down the track be eligible to apply for their PR as well. So yes, there's going to be some good news coming through for those people working in that sector.
That's really good to hear. So next question is from Dhanraj. Let's just have to go back to Dhanraj's question. Yeah. Hi, I finished my master's in IT in November 2020. Currently, I am on my bridging visa waiting for my TR. Which state would you suggest me to do my professional year and possibilities for my PR options? Thank you.
Yes, Dhanraj. So this is currently you're on a bridging visa as well. Certainly, because if you have studied masters in IT, you probably will be looking into getting a 3-year visa as well. What I would recommend you is make sure if you think you have the opportunity of getting a job in your field, then only look into staying in states such as Victoria, South Australia, or New South Wales. If you think that you're not going to get a job in your field, you certainly would have to look for a different option. Then I would say because you have 3 years of period, sometimes taking up another course such as short trade courses, because as you know, they are actually giving extra benefit to hospitality sector. So maybe taking up a short course while you are doing your PY makes you eligible to do become a chef, get a chef assessment, or perhaps motor mechanic, carpentry. There's other trade courses as well that you can also do if you think, because Dhanraj, a lot of this is I want to tell all the IT people out there, because if you don't have work experience, you certainly would get up to maximum 90 points for 189. And yourself and your friends and other people who have actually studied IT with you, who don't have work experience, they probably will be sitting at 90 points along with you. So there's going to be a tough competition out there. If there's going to be thousands of IT people, like say 100,000 IT people waiting for invitation at 90 points, but the seats are only 5,000, then obviously someone who has work experience, someone who has highest points possible, who have 3 years experience overseas plus 1 year experience in Australia, sitting at 100 points, those are the people who will be getting invitations, not the people who already sitting at 90 points. So you would have to break that threshold. Sometimes, doing a very short course, such as there is a 1 year short course available in Victoria. This course is only available in Victoria, especially in Victoria University, RMIT University, Southern Cross Higher Education Institute. So this is a course which is Graduate Diploma of Early Childhood. So a lot of IT people, accountants, people who studied science, etc., they are actually more inclined towards this course as well nowadays. Reason being is, as you all know, Victorian government has actually invested $5 billion into this industry, which will generate around 5,000 jobs for early childhood teachers in the next 7 years. That means that there's always going to be high demand of early childhood teachers. And the course is actually Graduate Diploma of Early Childhood. So if you study that course, it's only 2 semesters, starts in March next year, ends in November. That means that you will be able to get your skill assessment as an early childhood teacher. So you won't be applying as a software engineer, you will be applying as an early childhood teacher. So that is how you should change your the perspective of getting Australian permanent residency. Do not stick to the same rule as what your friends are doing, what your family has told you, or what others are doing. A lot of people get worried that, oh, my friend is moving to regional, should I move with him? Maybe let him move. He probably might have different plans. You need to stick to your plan. Make sure you do plan accordingly as well. And then currently, with this course starting in March, there are some options available, that there are some scholarships available as well. up to $500 as well. So if anyone wants to look into this kind of options too, certainly, just SMS your name and then, to the number, which is 0430081804, and just mention that, that you are that, hi, can I get more information about this graduate diploma course? And then we will certainly send you an email and, explaining you what exactly this course is all about, how you can get your permanent residency currently, because as you know, Victoria is actually inviting people, early childhood teachers, at 75, 80 points of their own, plus 5 from the state. So that means that in that course, you don't actually have to do PY or anything. You just have to finish the course, get the skill assessment done, and then be eligible for your 190, 491. And this occupation, early childhood teacher, Preksha, is actually available in every state. There is not even a single state that does not have this occupation open. So a lot of people are actually struggling nowadays that some states have IT, some states don't have IT, some states have accountant, some don't. So rather than jumping onto the same bandwagon like others, make sure you take turn left instead of turning right, and look into the other options out there as well.
Yeah, choose your career wisely. We actually got a lot of calls from people who want to change their course to an early childhood teacher, and I think they have a really good scope now, because that's never going to go down from the trend, and it has a really good scope for PR as well. So choose your courses wisely, guys.
Exactly, and because the kids are born every day in Australia, and exactly, so that means that people obviously when they start going back to work, they would have to leave the kids at the childcare, and this childcare is an essential part of the schooling system as well. So how childcare and then kindergarten and then all the primary school and stuff. So you will have a better opportunity out there, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on to the next question is from Bharat. Hi, this is Bharat. I'm in Australia now, and my TR is going to finish next year. Can I extend my TR?
So your TR is going to finish next year, Bharat, and you want to extend your TR. Certainly, look, there are TR extensions available for people who have studied from regional campus and lived in regional as well. Those people can apply for another 1 year of temporary residency. But certainly, people who have not lived or studied in regional, they don't actually get that opportunity unless the government puts some concessions in place due to COVID and stuff, because they do know that as well, that a lot of 485 holders, even in Australia, were actually stuck in houses, inside their house, in lockdowns and stuff, were not able to go out, do much stuff. So I'm hoping that they are going to do there will be some provisions in place for current 485 holders in Australia as well. Otherwise, that they would organize some kind of extra visas for them too. So there's going to be some more news coming soon, Bharat. As you know, the reason being with all the changes, as a lot of you might not know, that there's going to be federal elections is just around the block. The Prime Minister is going to announce them late, maybe early January. So obviously they would have to bring out, these new updates and everything. There's going to be a lot of good updates or bad updates will be coming down the track as well in the next coming weeks. So stay tuned, and certainly you will be the first one, probably to get to know about those updates.
Yeah, it would be really good if they would extend for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question from Shrikant. Hi, Saurabh. I recently completed my master's in August 2021, and on my bridging visa, waiting for my TR, pending my medicals. Would I get a 3-year visa or a 2 years visa?
Shrikant, so you certainly, if you have done masters in coursework and you're currently on a bridging visa waiting for your TR, certainly you will be able to get up to 3 years of temporary residency. So in that way, you do have better options, but make sure you do not waste any time at all of that 3 years of TR.
Yeah, that's true. Never waste time. Yeah, next question is from Nayak. Hi, Saurabh. I received my TR on 25th February 2020. From March 1st to 2020 to present, I'm stuck in India. I'll be coming in December 5th to Australia. I'm on my TR and is expiring on Feb 2022. Does this affect on replacement visa? And I also received job offers from many previous companies with new role. What are the chances of getting my PR?
Naik, so look, obviously, employment opportunity in your own field is always a better option rather than working in a different industry completely irrelevant to your nominated occupation. And answering in regards to your first question, whether you should come to Australia by December 5th because your visa is expiring on Feb 2022. Certainly, there's going to be some provisions would be in place for people, who were stuck overseas and then majority of their TR was actually expired, and they are going to introduce some, those legislative requirements out there very soon, where we would be able to notify you and let you know that exactly okay how you can extend your visa or how you can apply for a new 485 visa. And then if you getting an opportunity, say for example, even though if you leave, if you don't come and to turn out to be that the new requirement doesn't come until February or April, I would just hypothetically speaking, then but you got a job offer right now. Sometimes if you do have a right job offer and you already have past experience in India, etc., you probably be eligible to apply for your employer sponsored visas too, such as 482 or 186. So those things are also a very good opportunity. Do not just look into getting an extra TR, 1 year of TR, etc. Those things, are a very good option. Yeah, it is a good option to have extra visa, but what it will be best for you to have is getting your permanent residency or at least get a employer sponsored visa which have a guaranteed pathway to PR.
Yeah, thanks, Saurabh. That answers Naik's question. Just before this question, I just want to give a small update about visitors visa. So, what do you want to talk about visitors visa?
Yes, so as a lot of visitor visa holders, who applied last year or during COVID period overseas, and then they actually were not able to come to Australia due to the travel ban. And if you guys, if our viewers or listeners, their friends or family, they are overseas and they were actually in the same boat as those visitor visa holders, and if their visa is currently going to expire from on 1st of January 2022 till 30th of June 2022. So there's going to be visa fee waivers available. So they actually don't have to pay for their visitor visa at all. They will be end up saving $146 the immigration fees for that one. So yes, so those are the good news for visitor visa people who are planning to come to Australia, provided. But unfortunately, at this point of time, visitor visa holders would need to get a travel exemption. They cannot just travel to Australia from 1st of December. So if you are in this kind of situation, make sure you do check check the travel exemption before boarding a flight or before even booking a ticket, because I think most of the airlines are not gonna let you book a flight if you don't have a travel exemption or if you are not on an eligible visa.
Yeah, thank you so much, Saurabh. I think Anil joined the session late, so he just wants a light update about 485 visa as he filed it on August 2021. So he just wants to know if he's eligible for 3 years grant.
Yes, certainly, Anil, you will be able to apply for 3 years of, you will be able to get 3 years of TR, provided you did masters in coursework. But if you did, other 485, you studied vet courses under graduate stream, then you certainly only be able to get up to 2 years of temporary residency.
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. Another question from Basha Khan. Hi, for extension of 485, it says that we need to apply after 1st of July 2022. We waited so long, and this one is again long time. Please give us some clarification.
So Basha, there has not been any legislative update in regards to, when exactly they're going to reopen, what time that people will be able to apply. So we are actually currently waiting from the department to give us exactly, when those people can start applying for a new 485 visa, etc. So just stay tuned. Do not rely on any news in regards to this kind of, issues like whether you will be able to apply after. Obviously, there are going to be some requirements, some kind of application criteria, in order for you to apply for the visa. Just stay tuned, and we certainly will be able to let you know exactly what those new requirements will be and when are they going to be implemented.
Yeah, we'll just take this last question before the end the session. The last question is from Varun. In 2019, my student visa extension got rejected and I filed AAT. Then it was successful and I got my student visa again. Recently, I finished my master's. I heard about some news that people who got visa rejected are not eligible for applying 485 or TR visa. But I am not sure about that news. Can you please address me? What is that true?
Okay, so Varun, what are you, pointing towards is Section 48 bar. But because your case has been remitted back to the department and your AAT case was successful, that's why it got remitted back to the department and then they granted your student visa. So you are not a Section 48 bar at all. So that means that you can apply for your 485 visa, and if you did study master's in coursework, then you will be able to get up to 3 years of TR as well. So you'll probably be eligible for that as well. So that's not the right information, that you are getting right now, from your wherever you heard those news from. You are not Section 48 bar anymore. You can apply for any visa that you want. And if you are planning to apply for your TR, you certainly would also be able to get up to 3 years of temporary residency.
Thank you so much. By this, I guess we'll end the session. And thank you everybody for commenting below. If we missed any comments, I will personally reply to all you guys with our information. And if you want an in-detail discussion with Saurabh, then you can please contact us to the numbers given below. You can also have a walk-in to Melbourne office. And if you are Canberra residents, then Saurabh is going to visit Canberra on the 10th and 11th of December. Then you guys can walk in and talk to Saurabh in person as well. So, and if anybody wants to join our WhatsApp group regarding all the 485 updates, then please do join the number 0430 081 804. And then we can add you in the group and then you'll get all the latest updates regarding to 485 visa. So thank you so much for this session, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Preksha, and thank you so much for all our viewers, who joined this session as well. Certainly, I do apologize. We were not actually able to answer all the questions, but what we will do is we will leave our details. Make sure you do send us a private message, your question, and we will reply back to your answer for you. Okay, we will reply back to you on a private message through our Facebook page. And also, I just want to let everyone know as well that we are actually going to do a seminar, a face-to-face seminar on 10th of December in Canberra. So in our Canberra office, it will be on 10th of December from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So predominantly it will be based on Canberra matrix as well as for the employer-sponsored visas. Yeah. And then, so a lot of people, you guys can register yourself. It's going to be free of cost. And people who are not able to join face-to-face, you can actually note down your questions and you can join us live on Facebook. So it will be, it is going to run live on Facebook as well. We're going to discuss about Canberra matrix score, how you can increase your score, what are the matrix score is all about. Because a lot of people, I visited Canberra in the last few weeks, and then I realized that a lot of people don't actually know how to calculate matrix score. They're calculating it wrong, and then subsequently they're getting their nomination refused as well. So we don't want you guys to, you putting so much effort in relocating from one state to another. And if you relocate as well, and then also you're not able to get your permanent residency or your 491 visas, it's just going down the drain. So let's help each other out and get to the right way of calculating matrix score. And sometimes, there are better options such as employer-sponsored visas as well. So we're going to discuss all these options. There's going to be a link to register yourself to that webinar. We're going to post that into the comments as well to everyone so that you guys can click on it, fill up your details, and then you can actually register yourself for that event as well. So that's all from me, guys. And make sure if you do have any questions or anything, do send us a message as well and join that WhatsApp group. So that WhatsApp group is not always only going to be about 485 visas as well. It's going to be about, if you have any doubts or anything in regards to migration, any new recent migration updates, any videos that I normally post on our TikTok channel, it will be available to you guys there as well right away. Because we do get, because we are part of a lot of different migration institutes, and we do get up-to-date information right away. So certainly, rather than getting any information from your friend, family, someone you cannot trust, get that information from a trusted source. So talk to you guys and enjoy your weekend. Thanks.
Thank you so much.